Hey, that's how you coming off, Megan?
Sheesh.
Real hot girl shit.
Damn. Well, let me get the introductions out of the way before we can get into this. So, another episode, I'll toast to that, with Juan.
Jorge.
Oh, he Jorge today. Okay.
Damn, Megan.
Damn,
I'm in shock right now. Like, damn.
Hey, Megan. Salute. Like, that's how you...
Megan, first, I'll toast to that. That's how you come with an intro. And just clear the dust.
And that's how you diss track right
Facts.
I'll toast to that.
Fuck all this, we all friends and shit, we all one. Nah, fuck that. If you got beef, say you got beef. Make it known. Shit, I like it. And you came off a hard beat. Shots fired, B.I.G., that's my shit. I love B.I.G. So, the album, how y'all feel about the album? I don't know if y'all heard it or not. Hopefully y'all heard it.
Nah, that was the first time. So, if you coming like that, I'm gonna give you the ear. I'll lend you my ears.
She got some tracks on here, man. She got a lot of good features. Yeah. So the Crybaby joint with the baby, that shit fire. The Dirt is on everything right now, on everybody's album.
My man making his bread right now.
The joint with SZA, the one for the video that she got the females doing that dance to. That joint fire too. Like out of this, I give her
cups.
Out of cups,
it's numbers.
Yeah, out of numbers. Out of 10, I'm gonna give her a 7.5.
7.5.
Definitely a 7.5.
Oh.
She fired with it. Ooh. It was so much music to digest this weekend that I couldn't get to all of it, but we're gonna try to get through most of it.
It's gonna be a lot of Dewan talking. I have not gotten to what the streets have made or the platforms have made available, but I do understand that I was overwhelmed with music. So, and that being said, I alone have been still unpacking and digesting what we had talked about last time. The verses, I think it's to me, it's still the verses of verses.
We're gonna get to the verses. We'll get into the verses.
It's music. Oh, you want to go?
I want to go through the album. I want to go through a couple. Just get some shout outs to some albums first, and then we'll get into the verse because the verse, we got to unpack the verse. It was a lot to unpack.
So let's get to the music.
Let's get to the music.
We are not a music podcast,
but today we are a music podcast. So like I said, Megan joint came out. She gave you bars off the rip. Gave you bars. The baby, he dropped the album, My Brother's Keeper. He dropped I guess an EP. It's in dedication of his older brother who passed away. Rest in peace, G. He showed a different side of him in the album. I can't rate this because it's not. I don't think it's rateable. I think it's more of like
emotional.
It's dedicated to his brother. It's a debut for his brother. So, but it was definitely a good listen. Meek dropped a little EP, a little teaser.
I did hear a couple of tracks on there. I mean, it's only
four.
It's only
4 tracks.
It's a couple of times a couple. So
right, I went through it twice. The one with Dirt is on everything. So Pain Away, that was pretty good.
This paper.
GTA was good to me. I think Meek floated on GTA.
I hear he's switching up his style of flow. So I'm appreciative of his trying something out different. I always think Meek has the same cadence when he raps.
Yeah, him and the baby be having the same cadence,
which is another reason why I mean. Shout out to the home team, but sometimes
you gotta switch it up.
Sometimes you gotta switch it up.
And that's why I think the album about his brother was a good. It was a good show of a different side of him, basically. But I don't know what I want to get this. I can't get this EP a rating either. I mean, I guess we could. Out of 10, you only heard. I mean, you heard 4 tracks.
I heard 1/4 of it.
Let's do out of 5.
Do out of 4 because there's 4 tracks.
Out of 4, what'd you give it?
I listen to 1 track, so I got 25%.
You give it 20%.
Jesus,
that is math. That is simple math.
Okay, well, I got 2 hard tracks off the shit, so it's 50%. Yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy.
I'm with you, bro. I want to listen to 2 tracks, so 50%.
Did we? Rich the Kid dropped the album. I haven't heard it.
Again, another person. He sounds the same on every track.
He does.
Yeah,
he does.
But at the same time, he's like, to me, he's a Quavo. Him and Quavo have the same pattern of flowing, but their voice is so it goes well with so many beats that it works. Like just like Baby, like they have a formula, they stick to the formula. I get it. So keep going, please.
So we get into it. The Recession 2 came out right after the Versa. So the Versa happened. He dropped the video with Rick Ross.
Hard video. And then he later
at 12 a.m. the Recession 2 came out. I went through it. It's a Jeezy album. It's a reformed Jeezy album. It's a therapy Jeezy album. Right? Hard tracks or hard beats. Jeezy bars, like subpar bars sometimes.
I can't. I haven't listened.
You haven't listened.
Listen, I'm actually in agreement. I was listening to it this morning. Actually, yeah, I would have to agree.
I give it a 5.5. 5.5 out of 10.
I gave it 6. I gave it 6.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Jeezy got a couple tracks on here. We already talked about the joint with Gotti, which was decent. He has Therapy for the Soul. I like that. He has the joint with Rick Ross, All Black Dollar, or Almighty Black Dollar. My Reputation and Stimulus Checks.
How'd you like The Glory with Neo? You didn't like that?
It was cool.
You don't fuck with Demi Lovato?
My Reputation joint? I thought it was
I said My Reputation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I said My Reputation.
I did listen to that. I thought it was different. It was different.
It's different. It's a different Jeezy. He's evolved. What do you say? Growth and evolution.
Yeah. He also owns half of Atlanta, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
I'm playing with it. Y'all don't want to even talk. Y'all don't want to get to it, but all right, cool. We'll wait.
Let's get to it. Get to the verse. That's what you want to get to.
It's your floor. We just live in it. Go for it.
You're tiptoeing on marble floors. That is well. You want to dive in it, but you don't want to dive in it.
I was trying to set it up, but you wouldn't let me set it up. So go ahead.
Keep going to music.
Nah, go ahead.
We have more music to discuss.
Go ahead.
Nah.
We have more music to discuss.
No,
okay, yeah, we do actually. So Gucci after the Versa dropped his trap classics. What is it called? Trap God classics. I didn't give it a listen.
I think there are. I mean, it was.
I'm pretty sure.
Songs. It was nothing new.
It was nothing new. It was all stuff that we've heard before. It's basically like a collab of all his basically best hits.
I'm actually happy he did this because I was tired of going through 100 fucking
mixtapes
to find all these damn songs. You know what I'm saying?
And that was another. I've made that point before. We had talked about this before. Gucci has 100+ mixtapes, and a lot of his material. He has 1 or 2 bangers per mixtape, so you can give out a lot of content, but a lot of quality. You have to still comb through it and find the exact ones that hit. So you're right. I'm glad he made it very accessible and easy for everybody to find a hit rather than combing through a spider's web to find your classics.
Yeah, I'm happy to put it all in one place for him. I've been lazy listening to his shit. Now it's all in one place. Whenever I want to hear trap classics, I know where to go.
Yeah.
The Versa of the fucking year. The Versa of all Versas. Let me set it up.
Is it verses or Versa? I don't know.
Whatever.
Versus, you know what the hell they mean.
Whatever. Right? I feel like the first 30 minutes was us waiting in line and to get in the club and you hear the music fucking bumping and you like, shit, why I'm in line? Like, damn, I'm in line and compound to get in. Like, somebody let me in this bitch. Like, we don't know the bouncer. We don't know the nigga that's throwing the party. Like, nothing. Boom.
Niggas did the free before 9. You know, you get the free entry before 9. And you gotta wait till everybody get there. Like 11.
It was open bar at 10, and they let people in till 11.
Exactly. They held the line. They held the line for us to get in that joint. But you can hear the music outside in the line. You girls dancing in the line. Then you come into the joint. You thinking like, okay, you know, it's just gonna be them two. Nope. Gucci come with a whole fucking entourage.
He did.
Whole entourage.
They brought the whole hood with him.
The whole hood with him.
Whole hood.
Whole East Atlanta. Jeezy by himself, we couldn't see who Jeezy had. He might have had some people. He was during the battle. He was talking to people behind the camera, so it could have been the strippers. I heard Rick Ross was in the building. You know, it could have been anybody.
He had the essential. He had. I looked at his Ross's stat. The essential workers were there now. The essential workers were there.
It was dope. It was dope. The battle itself. The fucking battle. Gucci starts with a made up diss track that he probably made last night that just set the tone for the whole fucking battle.
It did. It did.
That's just basically what it was.
It certainly did. You can tell that I could tell the agendas were different.
Yes,
everybody could tell the agendas were different.
Oh, of course.
Between you have a point to prove, you have something to get off your chest, you have something to release versus my catalog, my infamous catalog. That's what I.
You got a nigga that say it's on site anytime I see you, and you got a nigga that's like, man, I ain't even on that shit no more. you still on that shit? Like, I ain't even on that shit no more.
Like, nigga, I'm married with kids now.
Right, like, all right, you killed my man, cool. Like, I'm not even on that no more.
Can we talk about that for a second?
No, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
So first, let's talk about songs for songs.
Okay.
Undeniably, Jeezy has solidified his catalog. If it was questioned before, it has no questions now. That certain songs, certain albums are just nostalgia. They're just undeniable hits, and you cannot question his success through what he played. I think that is favorable. I think that is undeniable. I agree.
If you listened to the podcast last week, you heard us pick, right? I picked Gucci. Who'd you have last week?
Pick Jeezy. Me and Steve picked
Y'all
Jeezy.
both picked Jeezy. Me and Sauce picked Gucci. I picked Gucci because Gucci has an extremely large collection, and he has, in my opinion, he had a lot of good songs that could go. Well, I thought could go like battle to battle with Jeezy. And the shit was wrong. Okay, I was wrong.
If you go, but the thing is, if you look at the catalog of stuff that like his timing was off with a lot of things from what he played in terms of response. He didn't play a lot of stuff.
He didn't play like at least 10 tracks
that we thought would have been like, all right, like, you know, where this song at?
And honestly, but if he did, I don't
think it would have mattered. But I'm just saying, it would have been closer than what it actually was, in my opinion.
In the overall,
it wasn't bad. The overall score, what you get overall?
Overall score was 10-8. Like,
yeah, it wasn't a bad. Like he ain't crush him.
No, he did not crush him, but he also did not. Again, so to your point where coming on with entourages, coming on by yourself, you have to your confidence, what you know, your quality. And you can do that when you come by yourself because you know this is undeniable. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. So.
And Jeezy also won the crowd, right?
Yep.
So Gucci just dropped this shit and was like, nigga, y'all know what it is. Like y'all know my music. Jeezy actually cultivated each song before he even played that joint.
Did he cultivate the vibes?
He absolutely cultivated the vibes.
And that is also what I got from that. And again, there's many battles in the battle. So this is the battle of polishedness, of being polished, being a multi-platinum artist. I'm not saying Gucci's not, but it just shows to the levels of it, and it shows to how you work the crowd, you work your audience, you build. And then deliver. It's a climax and then a drop. So it's like a roller coaster. You build, and then let them off. So that's what I got more from Jeezy. And then, let's go into it.
I got the list right here if you want to go through the songs. So, Them Boys, Jeezy played Them Boys. Gucci came with Black Tie. Jeezy played Freestyle. Gucci came with Go Ahead, I'm sorry. Spaceships on Bankhead, Jeezy, Weird. I don't think I ever heard Weird, but whatever. You Dig for Jeezy. Right. He went Timothy, Gucci. Okay, something I ain't.
Again, it's the songs. I don't know if these songs are prescribed. It's a set playlist, but honestly, you have to live in that moment. And I watched it again. You have to give credits to the DJs as well because the DJs are very important in the shade, in the bounce back rhetorical type of.
I'm so happy that you're talking about the DJs because DJ Holiday was playing tracks that had other DJs, ad-libs and they shit. And my man, I don't even know Jeezy DJ, but
Jeezy DJ Ace or something like that.
Like the DJs was beefing. I was like, yo, this is what I expected from this. I expected a great battle between them two, and the fucking DJs was beefing, nigga. Like, how can you, like, I don't know. It was just nostalgic to me. It was 2006, 2007. I was in Hampton University. I was in a Holland party, and just shit was dropping. And I was like, yo, this is it right here. This is where I need to be drunk, shades on, in a fucking gym jam, going crazy.
It was. It was
nostalgic, man.
And then to the, I think the climax of the whole thing was the notorious diss track. Truth.
Yes.
You played. Okay, so to me, this was another battle in a battle. Gucci had. I thought of like when you're medieval times, when you're in war, you know your opponent and you know what they're going to bring to the table. So your goal is to identify a punch that's being thrown and counter.
Yeah.
So
it's like boxing.
It's like boxing.
Yeah.
So when Gucci played his card early of the diss track, oh, this is coming. You already understand what type of haymaker is being thrown, and the way you bounce back and rebuttal, whether it's southpaw or unorthodox style. Mm-hmm. Jeezy just perfectly delivered a flawless counterpunch. And whether some people agree with this, some people don't agree with this, the build up, his speech of bringing cultures together, bringing the past to the present and moving on. I thought that was bigger than the whole battle itself because it resonated a certain message that can be delivered in society that is going on now with senseless killings, growth and evolution, to become men. So that's what I got. That's what I gathered.
So a lot of people don't know. Let me get a little bit of history of what I know of the actual battle or the beef, right? Mm-hmm. So, they made So Icy, I guess the beef became because So Icy was supposed to be, Gucci wanted it on his album and basically took the rights of So Icy. So Jeezy and him beefed over that shit. So it was Stay Strapped? He put a bounty on his head for $10K or whatever, and that's why Gucci was like, "Nigga, my outfit $10K." That shit went over a lot of people's head about his outfit being the bounty being $10K and the outfit being $10K. Go ahead.
I get that part. I got that part. I grasped what.
Let me finish the story. So then, I think it was four or five people ran into Gucci house to kill Gucci that happened to be affiliated with Jeezy. He ended up killing one of them, allegedly. Well, he ended up killing one of them. It ain't allegedly. I can't even say allegedly. He ended up killing one of them, which is Pookie Loc, and got off self-defense. Right? Mm-hmm. And so that's why he was saying, put Pookie Loc in the dirt, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you didn't know the history of the battle, it went over a lot of y'all head, but the people that love battles, the people that love the beef between Jeezy and Gucci.
If you a natural hip hop fan,
or a hip hop fan, understands that shit.
So okay, and then the comments, the shade of the amount of money you have on, the amount of jewelry you have on, the real estate comments. So this is another battle within a battle. To me, this is where I could understand a growth point of a person.
Right.
You would like to discuss depreciable assets versus appreciating assets. So this is where a fork in the road came.
I told you we talk about everything. We get all into it.
This is where a fork came in the road for me. Whether you can understand that or it can go over your head. Whether I understand they're both entertainers. I don't know. I'm not counting nobody's pockets, but the conversation I rather have is a conversation about something that's going to appreciate and something that's going to mean more to me in the long run. And that's where I gravitated to what was being said, whether it's embellishment, whether it's true or factual. It was just a conversation,
right?
And that's kind of honestly, and at the age I'm at, that's where I would like to talk about, rather than, hey, I got X amount of dollars on, I got this on. Right? What do you have? Look at my opponent.
But that's what Jeezy was trying to give people. Jeezy was trying to tell people I evolved. Like 20, you still talk about shit that happened 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even on that same wavelength anymore. Right. Like let's talk about what we doing now, nigga. I own half of Atlanta, if you own it or not. If you own two properties or not, but I'm in ownership. You know what I'm saying? What do you own? Yes, you own the rights to your music. And yes, you are known for putting new artists on, but
what else?
I'm giving back to my community. Mm-hmm. And I know that may not resonate with everybody, but it resonated a lot with me. Like, when I was in Holland Jams or doing that shit, cool, that's what I was on. But now I've evolved and I want to own real estate and I want to own some of my community and shit like that. So I understand what Jeezy coming, and I love the growth and evolution behind Jeezy. And they, even at the end of it, you know, they was like, you know, it ain't nothing but love. I'm happy you gave the olive branch. I took the olive branch. I told you I wasn't taking this shit unless I could play truth, because I want niggas to know the truth behind this shit.
And what another thing is, it takes a lot. Honestly, to be completely honest,
to be Jeezy, it takes a lot.
Boy,
a lot.
That's what I was sitting on.
That is a lot to deal with. Like, it's, you literally can. He was literally taking a verbal abuse beating in his face on live.
It's like this. It's like the whole. It's like a boxing match, right? It's like the whole fight. He getting abused, and he get that one shot that just clean your ass up, and it's TKO. And niggas think that he just won that shit. No, I mean Gucci was like the songs probably won't matching what Jeezy was dropping, but his fucking ad libs and his like smart ass remorse going at your manhood, and you just sat there and took that shit. I commend you for that, because it take a lot for a street nigga, and I'm not a street nigga, I don't know, but I know street niggas. It take a lot for a street nigga. Niggas got killed for less, okay? Less, okay? So
verbal assault continues. But, and I just, again, as a very, very strong Jeezy supporter, like all my friends know, like I talk about Jeezy all the time, and just to see my man, I literally saw a walk-off homer. And just a walk-off homer, bases unloaded, and the way he delivered it, I can't stress this enough. The way he delivered the get your mind right, and that's another subliminal. Like, get your mind right. Like, get your mind right, and then talk to me. Let me talk to him.
Get your mind right,
and I can leave it at that.
She's talk to him.
And I can leave it at, again. Can we toast to that?
Hey, I can definitely toast to that, man. I toast to the culture. That was a big win for the culture right there.
Definitely.
Whew. Shit, anything else you want to get on? This is shit I can talk about all day.
It is. And honestly, it was overwhelming to keep on seeing it keep on coming up, because there's so many perspectives, there's so many people's opinions who gravitate towards one person, gravitate to another, and they focus on one thing and not another big picture. But I respect all people's opinions, I respect all people's perspectives. However, I like my opinion too, so take that.
Even the venue location, my dude,
was very influential.
Was strategic. Like, it's so many venues in Atlanta that y'all could have chose, and it was like, nah, we're gonna choose Magic City. We ain't gonna choose Tyler Perry Studios. We ain't gonna choose Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Like, we ain't choosing none of that. You know what I'm saying? We going to where the shit all started, where my career took the fuck off. Sitting here watching these butt naked beautiful women drop from these poles. The first time I met Jeezy was in Magic City. And I can't say met him like I told him my name and shit. But the first time I was like, nigga, that's Jeezy. He literally, right where the camera's at, is how close Jeezy was to me in the strip club.
I was there.
And it felt like the Players Club. I'm gonna put you there, right? So me, Steve, and I want to say another one of our good friends was with us, right? We in Magic City. We in Atlanta. We like, shit, we you know, you in Atlanta, you gotta go to Magic City. We in Magic City. We see Eagle Dollar, he in there, throwing ones, doing his thing or whatever, making it puddle. And then I say making it puddle because of what happened next. So Eagle Dollar leaves. Like, I guess it was his time to go. He had to go to practice or some shit. So he ended up leaving. Him and the girls that he was with, right? So we still sitting in our little section. We doing whatever we doing. And Jeezy, little drip, little raindrops. And so Jeezy comes in, and I'm like, I grab my man like, yo, and this nigga like, yo, that's Jeezy. I said, yeah, that's Jeezy, dog. Jeezy goes to the section right in front of us. And literally, it seemed like we didn't even know.
You know when in the Players Club, the scene where Dollar Bill's like, yo, there's money made. He hit the red light and all of them went right. Everybody come out.
It seemed like every woman that was in the back, every one of these essential workers, every one of these beautiful, voluptuous women came out and was like, I got to make this money. Jeezy in here. Like, even the girls that was in our section left our section to go to Jeezy's section. I had to leave at that point. I realized this was just too much money in here for me. You know what I'm saying? I know my lane. I know what I need to be. So cool. So we leaving. We kind of rub shoulders with Jeezy on the way out. We leave or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, I just saw Jeezy, nigga. That just made my whole Atlanta trip. We get outside. The homeless dude outside was like, yo, can I get $1 or something? Outside of Magic, which is strategic because they got some ones. Niggas leave with some ones. I had to tell him like, bro, Jeezy in there. Just wait for Jeezy to come out. He gonna give you a 1 or 2. Like, yo. So Magic City, the culture, Versa, Apple, all that, Swizzy, all that.
They did it.
Y'all did that.
They did it. I wish I would have broke the record, but I'm still. I think it would have been like more impactful for the culture. At least it would have been a staple, a print. Like, yo, this is what happened. This really happened.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think if it would have been on time, it would have had a chance to break record. But a lot of people that was on got off and left.
But then again,
we are old now. We going to sleep about 10:30.
It was good. I was looking at the clock like, yo. Hey, it's a Thursday.
They should have said this joint starts at what time? Like 9. They should have said it starts at 9.
But you should know something.
Or starts at 10, so everybody.
Something dealing with black people like this.
Yeah, like this.
Like this.
Like if you was going to the club, like you would know, like, yo, these niggas not coming on to about 12:30.
If you going to see Jeezy perform at a show or something, he gonna be the.
My nigga, it was on Lauryn Hill time, bro. That
wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but it was 30. It got started about 8:45.
And I was already.
That's being nice. I'm right.
I was already three cups of Terramana in.
And Casamigos was talking to me. Like, yeah, you good, Steve? Yeah, I'm good right now, but a little later I might not be.
Right.
And that's why another reason why I think people went so berserk with the comments because everybody was on the same page. Like, yo, we pulling up, we smoking. So they was a little happy with the thumbs.
With the thumbs, yeah.
So a lot of words were being exchanged for some.
This is my last comment about it, but it was so big that I can't even remember my guy name that's on Sports Center. But he was in the grocery store, and people that couldn't get home in time was streaming the shit in the grocery store. And he made a video like, yo, I keep hearing this Versa battle. In Trader Joe's, listening to everybody's phone about the Versa battle, man. It was big, man. It was epic. I don't know where you go from here. I don't know who's beefing. Who's the next Versa? I know who I would like to see, but I don't know
who would you like to see.
I want to see Future. I don't know who I want to see Future against, but I want to see Future.
So I thought about that I was driving, but honestly, I would like. Well, I guess that wouldn't work. I thought about just a mixtape circuit only.
Yeah,
but I don't think that can't work because people are not familiar.
Yeah, it wouldn't be as big.
It wasn't. But it would be big to people who are in a certain environment, but not to the masses. And that's what I think that's another objective of Verzuz is bringing things together for the masses, not for a particular section, environment, or a certain amount of people. It's for the masses. So you have to think bigger picture, which is again, I think everything correlates back to this Jesus. So you have to think back to a bigger picture of what people are saying and doing in their actions. It's not small. It's big picture, long term. And
like even I would want to see somebody posted Dom and Currency. Dom Kennedy and Currency.
I do not want to see that.
for the underground people who love,
I would want to see that.
Who love
lazy ass motherfucking verses.
or Currency and Wiz Khalifa.
Maybe.
That's for the smokers, So
you said, well, man, shoot it to Swiss, shoot it to Tim.
I'm DM him real quick.
There you go.
So I guess we're gonna leave this one here. Literally, it could be a whole pod about this shit, but we're not gonna do that.
Facts.
So I'm gonna go into hopefully this transitions well. But so the Quando Rando came out with a song about King Von's death, right? Mm-hmm. And they shouted out King Von on the verse. Rest in peace, King Von. But have y'all heard it? Okay, I got some snippets I can play real quick. Give me 1 second.
Honestly, go ahead. I don't even know what to say. Like, I feel like you are not benefiting or profiting, but you're bringing something to light, whether it's self-defense or not. Yeah. You're bringing something to light that nobody would like to hear about because another person not
lost
here.
His life for this. Yeah.
I don't. But then again, Gucci just did the same thing. You know what I mean? But however, because it's so recent, because it was so recent, and he was a young person who had very much potential. We did not get to see his full potential and see where he would aspire to grow to. Right. That's why I do not really care to lend my ears to something that gives to this light. So that's where I'm at.
I got you. But this is for the culture. Let me put it on.
We're having a little technical difficulties.
Well, I don't have that speaker. You got it on the speaker? Can you find it for me? Sorry. 1 second. But basically, on the Quando Rando, it's called End of the Story. We got a little hot. Let me come out the hoodie real quick. But he was saying that, it's yes, we claim it's self-defense. Yet y'all let y'all man lay on the ground and ain't even try to help him type shit.
Not on Apple Music, but
nah, it's not. It's on. I found it on World Star, but so I see he about to claim the self-defense, and I see what a good lawyer could help him get off on the self-defense, get his man off on self-defense, his brother, whoever shot him. But I don't think it needed to be there. I don't think it needed to get to that point. I think it started with the hands instead of stayed with the hands, and that's one thing that a lot of our older OGs tell us nobody's fighting these days.
Everybody quick to get a gun.
Everybody quick to pull a gun because they don't know how to fight. Which, if you look at the video, if you've seen the videos, Quando Rando was getting worked by King Von, and this man hopped out the car and let off on King Von. I guess he came to his homeboy defense, but he could have did that with the hands. And if you see the entourage of people that King Von had with him, it wouldn't have been a fair battle anyway. It wouldn't have been a fair fight anyway. But you take that L and live to fight another day.
I mean, I think that's the thing with the generation that's behind us, bro. We fought. I mean, you gonna take an L at some point.
At some point, yeah.
You gonna take an L, but I feel like the generation behind us, they just that ain't their thing. They're like, nah, I'm not gonna take no L. I can't have nobody. Especially, I guess, with everybody, the first thing to do is pull out their cell phone to record something, right? Exactly. So they can't have, footage of them, basically pretty much getting their ass whooped or anything like that.
So you're saying it's not the same L that you would have took back in the day? Back in the day, nah. You take the L and only, the people that was there
would know about
the L. Yeah.
The way people record stuff and everything,
it's
a lot. It's basically this is gonna be a L continuous. It's different from if something happened and like I said, the people that be there, you talk about it in their neighborhood or whatever. Be like, damn, yo, you remember a couple years ago when so and so when that nigga Brian got his ass whooped? Yeah. Now it's hey, y'all want to see the video when Brian got his ass whooped?
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but I still don't think it should come to that type.
No, 100%. You definitely should not look to just grab a gun. Bro.
If it started with the hands, it should stay with the hands.
Exactly.
But y'all go out and listen to Quando Rando and the Story, or not, but let us know how you feel about the situation. Drop a comment on our IG. We still got the emails. A lot of emails been coming in, which I'm loving. I love the fact that our toasters are reaching out to us. So,
and if you guys didn't notice, we do have a Type 1 prototype of merch available now. If you don't see it, you see it, boy. Yeah, look at your boys. Hey, please, this merch is coming. It's very serious. It's a great movement. I see the Toasters have been asking for it, and we shall deliver.
This is us testing out, the quality of the shirts, seeing what we like, seeing what different products we want. So we want to make sure we got something for everyone. If you don't want to rock a shirt with our ugly faces on it, then that's fine. Like, we're gonna have shot glasses, a whole bunch of stuff coming out. I don't want to give everybody the details, but we definitely dropping this January 1st. So be ready.
We ready to make moves.
Have that card ready. Something else that happened this weekend was the Fresh Prince reunion.
Yes.
I caught glimpses of it. I feel like it was good. It was another good thing for the culture because you now get to see what really happened with Aunt Viv, both Aunt Vibs, dark-skinned Aunt Viv, light-skinned Aunt Viv. Mm-hmm. What's their names? I don't want to be rude.
Janet Hubert and Daphne Maxwell Reed.
Yeah.
So, AKA, OG Aunt Viv,
How do y'all feel about the reunion?
We said this before. 2020 has been a crazy year, but also towards the end to fourth quarter of the year, we have seen, I think this is almost a motif of the year. The season of rekindling or squashing old things have been done wrong to each other or done wrong to an individual. Mm-hmm. You've seen it with young Jeezy, Gucci Mane, the quarrel, the different mind tracks or different mindset between dark-skinned Viv and
light-skinned Aunt Viv
and Will Smith.
And Will, the whole.
So it was really just between Will and Janet Hubert, OG and Viv. For those who don't know, they have not spoke. I think when OG and Viv, Janet Hubert left the show season 3. They have not spoken 27 years.
It's a long time. It's just I'm trying not to use these.
Use it. It's just as long as Gucci and Jeezy. They was 20 years.
Yeah. At some point, you have to, or you should be able to grow and show and be able to have a talk with somebody, whether they did you wrong, they didn't give you your change, they stopped your bag from coming in, you had a different of opinions with somebody. You should hopefully it doesn't come to 20 plus years to have that conversation with somebody. So I implore all toasters, all individuals, human beings to reach out, send an olive branch to somebody that you. That's my challenge for this. My challenge for this pod is reach out to somebody you had odds with, somebody you had a disagreement with that was unsettled to you as a person, and let them know how this bothered you, and have a conversation with that person, because it does a lot for you, it does a lot for them, and it gives the perspective that you need to show another person, and their perspective can be shown to you. That's my challenge to you toasters.
Yeah, definitely extend the olive branch. But give the synopsis of the reunion. Or how you feel about it.
For me personally, kind of in agreement with Steve. 2020 has been the year of forgiveness, man. If you got any hate in your heart towards anybody, understand that life is too short and it's too precious, man.
And y'all see 2020, shit, the world seems like it's ending. I mean, you gotta carry that on your heart, So try to get that weight off your heart for real.
Facts. And I mean, the thing about it is, I think not even just with that situation, but just life is showing how important communication is between friendships, relationships, coworkers, whatever. The fact that nobody really understood that, Janet Hubert at the time in season 3 when she was pregnant, she basically explained her story and let it be known that, she was in a tough marriage, an abusive marriage. Mm-hmm. She's dealing with a pregnancy, and she's coming to work. She's not really telling anybody anything, not talking to anybody, because she don't know who she can trust. Yeah. And it's a lot of women at different times that feel vulnerable, that are in that vulnerable state to where they don't know and they're not sure. They don't know who they can talk to or who they can trust. And then Will, at the time, understandably, I mean, he's 21. He feels like the world is coming at him because you know, when you 21, you get money like that you're not used to having. You want to protect it by all costs. So if you feel like somebody is rubbing you the wrong way or doing something that's going to take away from yours, you're going to logically protect it. So that's where that issue came up, and then he had made the comment that said that she was difficult to work with. Her being a black woman in Hollywood at that time, especially a dark-skinned woman, that's like a nail in the coffin. Because look at, she hasn't done anything since. Yeah. She hasn't done anything since. And watching this reunion and seeing how vulnerable she was to tell Will that and explain it to him, and seeing the growth in Will from being, you know, the 21-year-old kid, I'm not going to say kid, but, you know, young adult to being, you know, a grown man with three children and, you know, married with a wife and 3 kids. Like, you see the difference in terms of his way of thinking and understanding and realizing that back then I wasn't as sensitive as I should have been towards the subject, or been more understanding. Right. And to see them just to kind of come together was honestly, it was much needed, honestly, in 2020. And then a lot of people don't know this, the two Aunt Vivs had never met each other before that time. So before this reunion, they never met each other. So to kind of see that, even the cast spoke on it, to see them come together and embrace, even brought them to tears. You know, you got Karen Parsons and Tatiana Ali that stated, like, you know, hey, my two moms, my two Aunt Vivs, who played such an important, you know, role in their lives, like coming together and embracing, caused them to, you know, they were brought to tears by it.
And for people that's our age that grew up on Fresh Prince and watch season after season of Fresh Prince and can actually see like where and how the chemistry was built between the cast, you know, I think it's like, it's another nostalgic moment. It's like you see each one of them, their breakdown of how, you know, they cultivated their character and how they, you know, felt like this is a family for them. And then after 6 seasons, they basically went their separate ways, but it was still like their family. Like they still felt like it was a family, a family on set. So,
I mean, when you look at it, just seeing honestly like how big that show was, bro. Like they broke the fourth wall continuously, which is something in Hollywood that's like a huge no-no. Yeah. You know, Will talking to the audience, and you got the part, you know, where Alfonso Ribeiro was running around the daggone stadium. I mean, just running around studio. The set and just like no. You know what I'm saying? That's a memorable moment. It's stuff that like you know.
I wish I could have been on set. I wish I could have been one of the kids on set.
I would have loved to have been there.
Because it seemed like it was a great time, you know, like, or even, you know, the Martin sets. I can't wait for the Martin reunion now, like, because now we get to see, because, you know, Martin and Gina had their corals towards the end of Martin, but I would hope to be able to see stuff like that, see more stuff like that, like between Girlfriends, Martin show. What's some more big sitcoms? Big black sitcoms. Living Single. Like, I would love to see Living Single. I would love to see those. So it was another good win for the culture this week.
Nah, 100%.
So trying to get a little deeper here.
All
right. I have mentioned my challenge to you toasters, reaching out, extending an olive branch to somebody you had a disagreement with, or somebody you slighted, or somebody who slighted you. And I'll start here. On our podcast, do you, Dewan or George, do you feel like you can extend an olive branch to somebody in 2020?
I think it's nothing but love in my heart.
Yeah, I don't.
If I had quarrels or had a beef with someone, I think I've either already made amends or it ain't been brought to light, because I don't think I have any enemies out here. I don't know who like me, who don't like me. I'm not here to be liked, but I'm not here to hate anyone. You know, I feel like I try to carry every day with like love in my heart. So yeah, if I could easily extend the olive branch to anyone that may have quarrels with me, or if they have quarrels with me, reach out. We can talk about it. It ain't no beef. I'm living a lovely life now. Like I don't, hate on nothing. So
I'm in the same boat, man. I don't have any hate in my heart. I don't feel like I have any enemies. If I do, my bad. If I did something where somebody dislikes me and hate me, I'm sorry.
Life's too short.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think for me, just in everything that I've been through this year from a personal level, I refuse to allow myself to have any hate in my heart or anything like that.
Well, I'm different.
I was about to say you.
You different.
I'm different. Actually,
You Gucci or Jeezy? You got that same energy?
Actually, you know what? I was holding on to this year I did this, but because I'm a stubborn person at times. I hold on to shit. I have held on to shit. So you're right, I did, and I will talk about my experience. I was holding on to I felt like I was slighted by a friend, and it took me a while to really, fuck with them again because I felt slighted, and to me it was a big step for me to, you know what, I'm going to let this go. This is, and it was over money. And as a friend, I think friends should never hold money over somebody's head, and I was doing that, and I finally got rid of that because
I owe you some money.
Damn, was it me?
Nobody in this room. Nobody in this room.
And I like to, level up. I'm not level up, but settle up,
Right.
All right, my cash. I'll drop in my cash app. No.
Yeah, send me that cash up.
But I was holding on to that, and I felt better because I rather nobody. My big thing is nobody should lose friends over money. Yeah. That's petty and it's stupid. And money comes, money goes. You're not taking it with you, and a friendship means more than money can ever mean. So that was my reflection of this year, which I wish it didn't take me so long to do, but it did.
COVID set us down and made us really think about our lives and evaluate what's right and what's wrong. So I hope if you have any hate or malice in your heart that you can be delivered from that. Anyone that's listening. We done got deep on this joint. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
It's trash.
Because I'm about to take it to a whole different level or a whole, new place. But
do it. I mean, I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Okay, well, Kevin Hart came out.
Jesus Christ.
Kevin Hart came out with a new stand-up.
I'm with this one too.
You want this one?
You want to go for it?
All right.
What is it called? It's called Zero Fucks or something like that?
Zero fucks
given.
Yeah, Zero Fucks Given. Set it up.
All right, so Kevin Hart, notorious comedian. He is still funny. My views on so first the review of his at-home comedy special. Mm-hmm. I thought it was. I mean, comedians have during this time it's a challenging as well as creative space for them because they are used to going out living. They are used to being on the road and making people laugh. Unfortunately, this year, COVID has prohibited them from doing their norm. So they had to be creative to find other ways to deliver their comedy. I applaud Kevin Hart for doing something from his home, from his to make people laugh. Now my thoughts of his comedic performance, he gets a 4. I say a 4 because with comedy, it's all originality. He was very original, but it's also his content. It's also another part is his delivery, his setups. When you become, to me, in my opinion, I believe his comedic stage presence is the same. He has the same delivery, he has the same setup, he has the same voice. He does not stray away from what molded him to be successful, and this is part of growing as a comedian. But he has new content. But it's just, to me, it's his delivery and setup are the same that makes everything appear to be the same. And I don't like to watch the same thing over and over.
So one part of the stand-up, he was kind of making jokes about his situation he had in Vegas right?
Yeah.
About getting jammed up with the phones and all that.
Yeah.
I think it was a little too soon for you to be coming.
Like, come here to be putting jokes and stuff. Yeah.
I think it was a little too soon for try to make like humor of that.
Right.
And,
like your wife is still.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I know you
still got some feelings.
I guess you could joke about your wife still having feelings about that, but I think it just was a little.
I think it was a little insensitive. Personally.
Yeah, I think it was a little insensitive, and I think he's very conceited when it comes to at least this stand up, like the whole private school and they don't my kids' private school don't realize how famous I am or like jokes like that. I'm just like, be a little more humble.
For me, I kind of hit that when he said that. I was like, all right, like
because COVID, you see, COVID can take shit can be taken away from you like that. So, yes, you had to do stand-up comedy at the house, and you was very creative with the stand-up comedy, but, like, it's a lot of people out here that is not in your place and could easily be in your place, but they understand that how quick shit can be taken from you.
But your point was, I kind of disagree with that because you have to know where you are. You have to, or I don't know where he has unpacked it or where they are, him and his wife are in their relationship to feel that this is comfortable to say that. So maybe they do have an understanding. Maybe they have had a transparent conversation about, yes, this was happened, this was wrong, this is what you did, this is what I did, and cool, you had that conversation. So I don't know what kind of conversation took place. However, you still have. I just don't know where he is at in that point.
Mentally, yeah.
So, but that's okay for me not to know. But it's again, like you said.
I just thought it was insensitive.
It could be insensitive to the viewers who are looking into what he has. So that's
the thing. You created this content for the viewers, right? So you created content for us to dissect, and you put this out here for us to dissect. So we're doing that, and that part, like some of it was funny. I laughed, got a couple kikis out of me, but a lot of it was very like unhumble. He was not humble in the stand up special, and then he was being a little insensitive to his wife, his kids, his family.
So when you get to a certain where do you? This is what.
And then hold up, but go back. So go back to what you just said. You said that he talks about the same shit, or he gives the same punchlines, the same shit over and over in all his stand-ups, right?
He does.
So he basically did this exact same shit in this stand-up, but it just wasn't. The delivery was wrong, or the timing was wrong.
The delivery was all wrong. And I'm not bashing his special, but my point was humble. When you do 8 shows, Netflix specials, at a point, are you gonna be humble anymore? Because you know your worth. He literally knows his worth, and is he boasting about it? A little, yes. But you have put in the work to show that this is boast. I can be boastful because I have accomplished this. I have done something that others have not done. So it's a little bit of it is arrogance and it is boastfulness, but it also, you know what? My shit's not half bad either because I'm doing something that can be reflected on the culture and for others to give a blueprint. I can see the teaching lesson here as well.
So I get what you're saying, right? But I'm the type of person that if I'm doing good shit, I know I'm doing good shit, but I'm not boasting about my good shit. When niggas be like, when somebody come up and be like, bro, I see you doing your thing.
And that's enough.
And I'll be like, I'm like, I ain't making no noise. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, and I guess that's just my life. But I'm still kind of rubbed on how he treated the trainer on the last Netflix.
You showed me your
colors. Exactly. So now you come and you think that you could still give these like racy, unhumble, boastful, arrogant ass specials. Now, I'm not with that. Like,
and then for me, like the main thing that I think of, and I know like American Gangster, right? Denzel's character, his main thing was you move in silence. We know we got it. We're gonna move in silence.
Exactly.
The one time that he started to gloat was when we went to that damn boxing match, and he had on that damn fur coat, and he was sitting up front with the rest of the gangsters. They didn't know. Nobody knew who he was.
He's putting a target on his head.
You put the target on yourself.
So the same thing with Kevin Hart.
Same thing with Kevin Hart. You putting a target on yourself, bro. I'm not saying that like somebody's gonna physically hurt you. I'm just saying that like for me, and this is my personal opinion. Like you're not on the level of Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, like the comedians and stuff that's came before you, bro. You're not on that level. Just because you're making movies and you're making money does not mean that you're on that comedic level to where you feel like you can say whatever you want, and it's okay.
I think, and another thing I got from the stand-up is that he wants to be on that level and he wants to be respected on that level.
But you're not there yet.
But they didn't. I'm not saying he's not there, but they didn't. They didn't come out and say this is what owe me, like LeBron, like pay me my respect. Like he didn't come out and say pay me. They didn't come out and say pay me my respect. He's coming out. LeBron came out. These people came out like, yo, you respect me, and I'm like, you respect is earned. Respect is not given. Respect is not asked for. You know what I'm saying? It's an earned thing. So if you doing what you need to do, people are gonna respect you, and people are gonna value your stamp on whatever you're doing, right? I do think LeBron deserves respect, but for him to say that is like it kind of turns me off.
I think what it is to go to the sports reference, if you want to talk about like LeBron, it's mainly because.
Well, let's stay in Kevin Hart because if we get to LeBron, it's a whole different shit. But I just feel like Kevin. But so it was some funny parts.
I was gonna say let's.
I got a funny part.
Let's not. I appreciate the laughs too. I did
appreciate the laughs.
Again, there was good things to take about. We talked about some negatives. Let's talk about some positives now.
So the positive, go ahead. Your positive.
The positives. He has some very relatable content. Very relatable between men and women content that I think we can all find familiarity with, such as, for one instance, a group text. Group text. So, ladies, men and women all have group text. And depending on your age, your age.
Yeah, he said under 40, I wouldn't advise you to go through your man group text. But over 40,
let's stop there. Okay. Under, I wouldn't even say 40. Okay, we can break it down. 20, 30, 40.
Okay.
20 group chat text.
In your 20s.
Between men and women, your girl group chat, your dudes group chats. Way different.
Stay out of them.
Stay out of them. There you go.
Stay out of them.
Plain and simple.
30s too. Stay out of them shits. Yeah. But we not moving the same way we was moving our 20s. But we do talk about some risque shit in our 30s.
Risque, political, financial.
Talk about
everything.
Strategic, life goals, personal goals. Relationship. Who you fucking? Who you not fucking?
Who you should have fucked?
Who you wish you fucked?
Who you feel like?
Let's be real.
But
then again, so then what's that? 30s?
Yeah, it's 30s. Now
so
40s.
40s and above. I'm not there yet, and I wish I don't know.
Yeah, we're not there. We're not 40.
I can't speak on.
We're under 40, but in the stand-up special, he was saying, it's the most. Inconsistent group chat ever, and they talk about some of the crazy shit. Like, the example he gave was one of his homeboys got gout. Niggas ain't know what gout was. Somebody dropped a WebMD of what gout is, and then 5 days went by. Nobody said anything after that, and then somebody comes back in like, so what's the symptoms of gout? So it was funny. Like, it definitely was a funny part. Another funny part to me was the when men go out part, right? Women, stop giving us the 21 questions of what we doing, where we going, who we gonna be with.
All right, what is the purpose?
Stop doing that. And he said it. Men don't plan. We don't plan shit. Nope. We say, yo, we're gonna meet here in this parking lot, or we're gonna meet at this homeboy house, and then we'll figure it out from there. But when we leave that house and we dress whatever, we have no plan. So it's not that we are trying to duck your questions or anything like that. We don't have a plan. Somebody be like, yo, I want to go out at 7. All right, what you trying to do? Shit, I don't know. Just meet me at the house. We'll figure it out. And that's how it be. His shit was, we meet in Lowe's parking lot. Same shit. They meet in the parking lot. They figure their plans out.
Where we gonna go?
They had a good time. Women, I know you guys gotta have an agenda. You gotta have an outfit. You gotta have a color scheme. You gotta have a theme for the party. Like
they list down a full itinerary of everything.
Exactly. What you gonna do at this time? Be here at this time. Mm-hmm. You know, we're gonna do dinner. We're gonna hit the club. We're gonna buy a bottle. Everybody throw their money in the shit. We ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? We get to the club and be like, I can get a bottle today. Y'all got money? All right, let's go.
Y'all trying to get a table?
What you got? 8? It's 8 of us. Oh, that's $50 a table. Let's get a table.
It's a little bit cheap.
That's what we do. So it was, like I said, it was a decent Kevin Hart special. It was funny. It had its funny parts, but he also had his parts that just made you look at Kevin a different way. And I like the fact that it was at his house. He came out of his pajamas. It was tailored pajamas.
I didn't know if it was a suit or if it was pajamas.
No,
be honest with you.
Yeah, it was his pajamas, a one-piece tailored joint.
You know? It was kind of fresh. I would fucking.
And the ice, he had an ice on his wrist, ice on his neck. I said, "Oh, my nigga, fresh. I fuck with
at home,
at the crib." You know. So
my question is, how do people get the tickets to that? Though?
That's what I want to know.
I wanted to know that too.
And then it's like, yo, you giving 20 people your address to
No. It's just like it's like a Hampton party, a beach house party. I'm gonna meet you at this location. We're gonna get a bus. We're gonna get blindfolded, and then we're gonna take you to the hills in California.
Well, if they did it like that, I understand.
That's what I would think.
I think that's.
But if they did it like, buy a ticket. I sent the ticket link to a few friends, and here's the address to Kevin Hart's house. That is stupid. That's dumb. But definitely go watch the special, Toasters.
Yeah, please give your comments. We'd like to hear your perspective on how the delivery was, how his comedic jokes were, how his stage presence was, all of that. We'd like to. So this is definitely going to be a clip for you toasters out there.
Exactly.
Moving on to another topic I would like to talk about.
Go ahead, Steve.
NBA draft just happened.
Oh, that's where you're going. Okay.
But wait. So I'm trying to pinpoint somebody in particular.
Okay.
Such as George, rattle off the 3 picks. I don't remember them.
So Anthony Edwards got drafted 1 as a guard out of Georgia. He went to Minnesota. Mm-hmm. James Wiseman, the center out of Memphis. He went 2 to Golden State.
Yep.
And then LaMelo Ball
went to the Hornets.
Bing, bing, bing. So I would like on this podcast. We are notorious for giving people their flowers. And as you said, the number 3 pick was LaMelo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to give my flowers to unapologetically black father, LeVar Ball, for raising 3 black individual men who have transitioned into the NBA, into the professional
basketball career.
Professional basketball career. That alone. I'm giving him his flowers for not what he has done, not what he has said outside of basketball or what his life contains, but raising 3 black men to get to the highest profession of what they are passionate about doing, and that is an accomplishment on him and his children.
I agree wholeheartedly, bro. Because keep it a bean, people be giving Archie Manning his flowers for Peyton and Eli. So LeVar, good shit, my nigga.
But
good.
All right, so the Manning brothers, right? Did the father come out and be like, "Oh, my son gonna be here in a few years"?
No, I got you.
Right?
I got you.
Did he come out and say anything like yes or no question?
Archie didn't say nothing.
Okay,
no.
So we give LeVar slack. Well, not slack, but we give him fucking criticism because he is very vocal about what his sons can do. You know, the confidence in his sons and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So to say, when the older brother got, or the older brother, Lonzo went, to say, oh, I got another one coming right behind him, which is
LiAngelo, so Jello.
Well, Jello, but he went he went overseas.
Yeah, Jello's
and then he was like, the youngest brother is the problem. And he was telling y'all the youngest brother is the problem, but he said it in a very arrogant way, and a lot of people didn't take it. Take well to that.
So it's not. It's not what you. It is what you say, and it's also how you say it.
Right.
Again, I said unapologetically black.
You did say that.
There is no question. There's no question about that. However, the fact that maybe you can keep your mouth shut about some of the things she said, but it's still an accomplishment. It's as a as a person who's raising your offspring, you want nothing but the best for your offspring. So why not aim for the moon and land on the stars?
Yeah. I mean, I just, like going back to who I am, I would be the person that I'm telling my son, like, don't worry, my younger son, like, don't worry about it, you're going to get there, don't worry about it, you're going to get there. I'm gonna make sure you get there. But I guess I'm not publicly like, yo, my youngest son is the next one to go. Like, and then came with a hat draft day that said, I told you so.
I mean, at that point, are you bragging or you're bragging and boasting, but did I not tell you?
He did tell us. Tell us.
It's certain ways to go up. It's couth. It's couth.
He's uncouth. That's what it is.
I'm not going to say no disagree there, but it's couth. So, people have couth, people don't have couth. It's the way you go about it, but it's also the delivery. Like, if you deliver something every time, and you can, your words mean something.
He's 2 for 3. He's not 3 for 3.
Well, I mean, Jello's in the G League.
Jello's in the G League.
But
Jello's playing. Don't get me wrong, but
I guess
he ain't go number 3.
No. I mean, he ain't. Lonzo's still gonna.
Where did Lonzo go?
Lonzo went 2. Lonzo's still gonna talk shit like, yo, I went number 2.
I'm giving him his flowers.
You're taking rose petals off the flower. It's still a flower, but without a rose petal.
I'm not giving him a dozen. He get a half a dozen.
Nobody said buy him a dozen in the club. Nobody said that. When the flower man comes, you don't buy all the time. But when you know, that's what I'm saying. When you know, you know. And that's what he did. And I have to give. I cannot say anything bad about that.
I can't say anything. I can't say shit bad about it.
But no, that part.
Okay.
The delivery.
Now what I will say in terms of like what you said with what he was saying and everything, even when you go back to the big baller.
And he has a brand.
Wait. Before we go on that, I commend him for.
Yeah, I've never said anything wrong with it.
I commend him for coming up with that idea. But you got to understand what you're doing when you go against these big corporations. When it comes to Nike, Adidas, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have you're basically running a startup. When you start a startup, you got to run it a particular way before you try to, you know what I'm saying? Before you try to go to the next level. He tried to go from 0 to 100, and ended up happening. Somebody that was actually a close friend of the family that was running the books was embezzling money.
Yeah.
So
now you're doing now you're getting past the flowers. Now you're getting into bouquets.
No. I'm just saying that you need to make sure, and it's especially dealing with sports, to make sure that you have the right people by your side to be able to help you operate your business. Yeah. But when you're not, same thing with Kevin Hart. But when you're not humble and you go, and the same thing we're going on, when you're saying particular things and coming up, my son gonna be the best. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. You always want to. If my dad hyped me up like that, I would be excited too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, being humble until you've made it is basically a part of it.
Yeah.
It's a part of that growing stage until you get to that point.
There you go.
One of the richest people in America, Bill Gates. Every time I look at him, I'm like, bro, what this man got on? But he's what you would call one of the most humblest people I've ever seen.
Couth. I wasn't trying to get the. I mean, there's way more. There's way more segments to this to unpack. I was just giving the black man his flowers. That's all.
All right.
So that's it.
Can we clap for him? Can we toast to him? Let's toast to him. We toast out here. We won't clap. We're gonna toast to the Ball brothers. You know,
sir.
2 of 3.
Shade.
Jello, keep working on your jump.
Gucci shade over here.
Gucci shade.
Gucci shade. That's it. Gucci shade. Got something else?
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple more things, but we ain't gonna go through all that. We're just gonna hit Toaster Mail. Let's hit Toaster Mail. We do got Toaster Mail. Please give us the cliff notes.
I was gonna get ratchet real quick. Man.
You sure?
I got you.
Man, you want to get ratchet?
We gonna get. I mean, it's.
Well, Toaster Mail is gonna be ratchet.
Toaster Mail definitely.
All right, let's go into it then.
Yeah. So, all right, this is from Anastasia.
I forget her name. Her real name?
First of all,
shout out to Anastasia.
As you know, favorite part of our segment, Toaster Mail, where we have our toasters feedback and give their honest questions, feedback, and opinions about something that might be going on in their life. So we encourage all toasters to provide things that are going on in your life, things that you want to know questions about, things you need to know answers about from I'll tell to that perspective.
And all we can do is give our male, ignorant, but smart, opinion about what you got going on in your life.
So in today's Toast of Mail, George.
Anastasia.
First off, she said, I've been following your podcast. Just want to get some advice from a male perspective.
Okay.
She recently went on a date with a guy that she connected with online. She said it was ... interesting. So they've been texting and talking on the phone and FaceTime before the date, and it was all good. She was actually looking forward to meeting to the guy. Seemed like he was okay. Said she was excited for a couple of reasons. Dating in your 30s and in 2020 has been straight trash to begin with. So meeting someone decent that knows how to spell, has no kids, and has all his teeth, it's like a needle in a haystack.
You might have to get your bar up a little bit.
She said the first thing that immediately bothered her is that he claimed he was 6'5", and she stated she's a 5'9" female, she's not shy about wearing heels.
Yeah.
When she got there face to face, they were clearly the same height. She's about 6'1" in heels. So she feels like
6'5" is not it.
Right, so she feels like she got catfished on his height.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The second thing that particularly got her was some of the questions that he asked throughout the night, which one of them was, has she ever participated in a threesome? Let me keep it going. And the second one was, had she ever had sex with a woman, with another woman? And keep in mind, he asked this about 2 or 3 times throughout the evening.
He was trying to get straight to it.
And he also told her that he was really distracted by her titties, and that he was doing his best to only look at her in her eyes. Jeez. He also stated that most males are friends with females because they want to try to sleep with them. So she tested this theory by texting multiple males that she's close with.
Yeah.
That, hey, what would you do if you had the opportunity to sleep with me? Would you yes or no?
Like during the date?
During the date,
Jesus.
Yes. During the date.
It's not even a date.
Then also, he asked probably about 5 times, would there be a part 2? And how she thought things were going on a scale of 1 to 100.
What's her question? I already know.
I'm just giving you the background.
Yeah, I just want to know the question.
Her question is, do I go on another date with him? No or no? Like, I don't want to be mean, but I really wasn't feeling him at all. He keeps texting me, so I don't know what the nice way would be to let him down. She's like, help me out, fam. Please help me out.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You want to go first?
I don't know which one to address first. All right.
You start from the top and go down.
I got it if you want me to go.
No.
Okay.
I'm going to go first. So, you got to tap into another side now. That's what I'm trying to deliver right now. I'm giving you I'm giving the persistent side. All right. Persistency is key. My nigga is persistent. My nigga's clearly trying to smash. He's trying to see where your head's at. Off rip. However, again, we said this before. It's what you say. It's not how you say it, and it's delivery. So you're going about you're persistent, but you're getting too.
Sound like you're giving him advice.
I might be. My guy.
She's looking for advice. Go ahead.
My guy, what are you doing, bro? Like, calm the water. Like, at least be on a date. Show you have some range at least. Like, you're not even giving an option of, hey, I'm interested more than you than anything physical. This is clearly only physical. So why did you not make this understood before going on this date? Hey, right. Yes, I'm looking to smash. But yeah, you know what? You can get a plate, you can get a food, you can whatever you would like. If you want butterfly shrimp, like whatever. But you're going about this the wrong way. Please let it be known your intentions.
Yeah.
That is key. Because when your intentions are known from the beginning, she can assess that. And then it's always ultimately up to the woman to decide if she would like to fuck with you, if she might give you a little taste of her goddess, because maybe you're not worthy, because you're going about this as a physical and as literally you're looking at her as meat, not as a person. So that's my advice to him. And girl, no. Fuck that nigga.
So my advice is No, hell no. Don't go on a second date with him. I would say not go on a second date with him because you already from jump felt some type of way about the date. The date was a horrible date, and it wasn't. And I've seen horrible dates where you can bounce back from horrible dates, but
this nigga,
if you ain't just trying to fuck, and it seemed like you clearly not attracted to him like sexually like that because he, you know, I think in the shit she said he was a little overweight. She said she's a chubby chaser. She love a nigga with a stomach, but. Nah, yeah, I read it before.
I didn't hear it. My bad.
I forgot to put
he left out the good parts in the
I'm sorry, my bad.
But she said she's a chubby chaser. She definitely like a dude with a stomach, but he was just a little more overweight than what she would want, right? So if you're not physically attracted to him, if the conversation is not what you would want it to be on the level that you would want it to be, you know, if he can't talk you out them panties, then nah, let that man go, like, and start searching online again, or get offline, because it's probably time for you to get offline and go to church and find somebody, or you know, well, ain't nobody going to church. Hit the grocery store, you know, hit brunch, you know, do some shit like that, like run into some places that you ain't never been to. I'm all about trying new things. Now, if he was appearance-wise wasn't what you wanted, but the conversation and the intellect and all that was on the level that you would want it to be, then I would say, yeah, give him another chance. But you go ahead and send that man a text message and say, hey, you're a great person. Don't think we connected where I thought we was going to connect, and keep it moving. Or don't say nothing. If you want to be a ghost, be a ghost. But that's my opinion of Anastasia and what she should do. And my boy, if you listening or if she sends you this clip, tighten the fuck up. like tighten up. It's definitely ways to. It's definitely ways to. Confusing me. It's definitely ways to get what you want without fucking being as abrasive and as ignorant about your shit. Tighten the fuck up, boy. Tighten up, chap.
I guess I'll finish this up. Hell no, don't go on a second date with this dude.
That's it. That's all we need.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, your man's gotta have some balls to be able to come out and be like, yo, like, have you ever had a threesome and would you sleep with a girl on date one? You gotta have some balls, bro. Like, that's some shit I would never do.
Yeah.
I could never do that. Even if I knew a chick was just
I ain't gonna say I would never do. It just
that part I can't agree with, because you can conversation.
You gotta read the room. Read the room.
You gotta build. My man didn't build. My man didn't even build. He didn't even set a foundation. Like, where's the?
Nah, he just went in the kitchen.
And he was like, you know, I can't even look at your face because your titty's in the way. Like.
You think? Yes. Okay. Fine.
That shit you think.
You think
right. You don't say that. You don't say it.
You don't say shit like that. You think that, like, damn, she got some big ass titty, but she cute. You know.
That's some shit you say in the group chat. Hey, yo, I was on this date, bro. This chick got her titties out. You know, and low key, it was real difficult.
And going back, Anastasia, if you got your titties out like that my man distracted, what you think he gonna be looking at? You know, so. Maybe change your dress a little bit, at least for the first date.
For the first date,
the
titties out.
The titties out.
Nah.
If I see titties on the first date, I'm kind of like, oh, she trying to let me see them things. You know what I mean? There is an open-ended question to unveil of, hey, maybe we think about titties, or maybe you can also maybe there's a topic to get on that, but my guy. Yeah, maybe hit her with the
No.
I can't give her free game. I was gonna get free game.
Free game.
Free game. I was gonna hit her with, like, you know, like damn, what's your favorite part about your body? You know what I'm saying? Just I'm not gonna get.
What's your most attractive? What do you feel like your most attractive feature?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Jeez.
So let's get out of here, though. We're way over time.
And since we're on, I got one.
You got more?
This is my last ratchet.
Oh, okay.
My only ratchet one for the day.
All right.
Just because I saw this a lot. I was on Twitter. I
love Twitter.
I hate Twitter.
I'm about to get back on Twitter.
Black Twitter is I'm
about to get my account.
It was just a whole thread. It was a whole thread.
Okay.
And I read a post. And it was like, what's that? Baby oil sex. Yes, baby oil sex. And I just read the whole thread. I was like, there's so many different opinions. There's so many different perspectives. And
set it up. What
there is no sort of. I want to have baby oil sex. Dot.
Okay.
And I was like, it sounds amazing.
Slippery.
It sounds slippery. Sounds amazing. My question is, who gonna clean up?
Ooh. Okay. We want to go there.
I told you I had one.
Y'all got 10, 21 minutes.
Who gonna clean up?
Baby oil sex. Who came first?
That doesn't mean who clean up?
That's who clean up.
Who came first?
Yeah.
If you give baby oil sex and you nut it quick, just clean up, bro. But if you gave baby oil sex and you was in that thing and stood up in it like a chimp up in it, she better clean that shit up. She better clean that shit up.
You understand, like, your shit is fucked, bro. Whether it's satin, whether it's cotton, whether it's the thread count fucked up after that. Like,
Is it clean up or replace? Because that's two separate things.
I think it's a replace at that point.
Ain't no baby oil is not coming out in the fucking washing machine.
That's why I said it's replaced.
Right. So then you throw the shit away.
So these are your spare sheets for guests now? Like what?
No, you better not give your. You better not get it. Whoa. You better not give no baby oil sheets to your guests. No, throw them shits away, or cut a piece up, and frame it so you can know that it's baby oil sex, and then throw the bitches away, and then buy some more.
That's the period sex sheets now.
Oh.
I mean, your sheets are fucked after baby oil sex.
Period sheets. You lay a towel down. You throw that towel down.
Son, I don't know if y'all never spilled. I spilled
oil.
I spilled coconut oil on my sheets before, and that's just not coming out. It's a forever stain.
So you just throw them away.
Right.
That ain't even clean. That's an easy cleanup.
So what's the point of having it?
Baby oil sex.
Yes.
The experience of sex.
Right, bro. You gotta spice it up. You can't do the same shit every time.
I want my sheets though. My sheets are very comfortable. My thread count.
So
is
do you know beforehand that you're having baby oil sex, or is it just like she just
happened.
pulled a baby?
You know what? It's about to be a good time. It's about to be a bad time because yes, we about to get this great nut off, but also I gotta throw away some sheets.
Somebody gotta replace my sheets. She gotta replace your sheets.
Yeah.
You don't want your sheets replaced?
I wouldn't. I mean,
you probably need to replace some sheets.
In increments, yes. But again, it's the happy.
So this is what you do. Like I said, if you laid that pipe down and did what you needed to do, you tell her afterwards. You know you owe me some sheets, right? You pull the baby oil out. You know you owe me some sheets. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop them in your account or drop them in your cart. You just go ahead and cash out on them shits. There was a thousand count.
All I'm saying is it's very enticing. Yes, it is. And then the post nut clarity of, damn, my shit's fucked.
All right, so going to a different one. So it's like whipped cream sex.
Okay.
Right, same as baby oil, but say you get a little edible in the room. Mm-hmm. You still them sheets are still done, or
that's coming out.
No, it's not. Whipped cream has oil in it.
Yeah,
that's just not coming out.
That's just not coming out.
Usually
they do usually.
I ain't gonna tell my business, but usually it's just with the head, like get the whipped cream head. But then
sometimes you get a little happy with the whipped cream. You start drawing around the nipples. Yeah. Went down.
Look here, Picasso.
I'm on my Michelangelo shit out here.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it get a little interesting with the whipped cream.
Boy. All right. Until it go in the wrong place. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, we go. On that note, we're out.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what you was listening to. You know where you at. You know the vibes that we cultivated today. I'll toast to that podcast. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We do appreciate that. And it goes a little something like this. If liquor was the ocean, I'll be a duck. I swim to the bottom. I drink my way up. But since I'm not a duck and there's liquor in my cup, it's time to get fucked up. Sauce, we ain't need you for that one. Stay toasty. That was good.